Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bookham. We are here with episode 2, unofficial episode 2 of the No Politics podcast. I'm here with my co-host Adi to my left and to your right, and my brother JB to my right to your left.
What's going on, people?
We're gonna jump right into it, man. How you guys been?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Happy to be here, man. Episode 2, July 2nd, 2 on 2. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Amen.
What's up, Adi?
Not complain. God has been good.
All the time.
So let's jump right into it, man. Last episode, the first episode, you know, we went in depth with what's going on with the George Floyd case, the murder of George Floyd, the protesting and all that. But, you know, let's talk about what type of progress are we making? Do you guys think that we're making progress? And, you know, I see some progress being made, but I just see a lot of like anti-cop rhetoric out there and all that. And everybody that knows me knows that I don't stand for bad cops. I'm not here to represent bad cops, but I'm also aware that not all cops are bad, just like not all blacks, Latinos, whites. You know, we could go on and go, you know, forever about that, but not all people are bad. So what's up? What y'all think?
No, there definitely has been, you know, a lot of changes. I could speak even for our own, you know, for New Jersey in itself. You know, Camden made a lot of good reformations in regards to...
Man, they been leading the way.
Shout out to Camden.
Yeah, big shout out to Camden. You know, you guys don't get enough credit. You know, normally when you hear about Camden, it's nothing positive. But now they starting to really make strides and really lead.
Shout out to Camden.
Right. 100%.
Shout out to everybody. Listen, that area was one of the worst areas in the nation. I think probably the worst city in the nation.
Statistically, like you can look this up.
Yeah, like wow. But so shout to Camden. Making those leaps and bounds into the, you know, direction of positivity, man. But go ahead, Adi. I'm sorry, cut you off. My bad.
No, I mean, basically on my end, I know we'll have a good open conversation about this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the defunding of the police.
How y'all feel about that?
I mean, listen, obviously I'm not for it. I'm in the field of law enforcement.
Well, come on.
Defunding the police, though, it depends. Like, if you're taking funding away from, you know, certain areas, I mean, I don't see how that properly is a positive thing for the community. I'm saying, like, you want well-trained police officers, but at the same time, we need resources for the community. So it shouldn't be tons and tons of money being dumped into the law enforcement department. If your community,
billions of dollars.
Yeah, if your community is in total disarray.
In shambles.
And the kids got nowhere to go.
Exactly.
Then come on, man.
Great point. How you closing boys and girls clubs, you know, across America, but you want to, you know, pump millions into the military and the local police, local
we all need, so what do you got there, Adi? I see you pull something up on a...
Yeah, I mean, I'm just want to, you know, look things up, see what's up. I mean,
in real time?
In real time.
I love
real
that.
time, we here.
I mean, as far as my end, like, I feel very strongly about this. I feel like it is necessary to reallocate funds. Not all of them, but like realistically speaking, all right, let's talk numbers, right?
Let's do it.
It takes $34 billion to send every single high school senior today to college for free, right?
Whew.
$34 billion to send every single high school senior to college for free.
They spending that 10 times over on non-essential.
Yeah, the United States police receive over $100 billion in funding annually.
Come on, bro.
Where does that funding go, though?
It goes
good question.
to a lot of areas. That's why I pulled this up. So let me tell you guys. Let's go. Let's see.
I mean, listen, that's the problem that we don't know as a community, as a whole. We really don't know where our money, you know, really goes. You know what I'm saying?
Even when you donate, when people ask you that, do you want to donate to this, donate to that? I mean, how do you know where that money is going?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
If it's even reaching, you know, the people who they say that the cause is for.
Listen, man, you know, money.
You got to question everything. I'm sorry, man.
Money.
I mean?
Exactly. Money is power, but what does power cause? Corruption.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Power leads to corruption. You know, and I just feel like some people just have too much power, and you know,
too much money.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you know, you work for what you get. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, we have to be aware of what's going on in the inner city and the communities all over the world, man. Not only the inner cities, we got kids that deal with depression and all types of issues all over the world, but we need to have resources available for them, man.
100%.
I'm just a little bit confused because I know, to my best understanding, clearly police funding is going towards wages, correct? It's going towards, I'm assuming, facilities. It's going towards weaponry. It's going towards training, things like that. But there is not a single source online that gives you a clear definition as to where the money is going. not a single source.
Of course, you're not.
Do you know as a cop where the money is going?
Me personally, I don't handle the budget for my department. I don't know. I know that different departments are given, supervisors are given budgets, or the leaders, the administrators are given a budget. The county freeholders in my county are in charge of giving a budget to the administrators or the leaders of my department. But I don't know how much it is. I do know that there are people that do know how much it is, a budget that a department is given.
Well, let's have him on as a guest. Let's have him on as a guest.
That doesn't include the grant money that departments get. They get grant money. You know what I'm saying? So all this other stuff.
But that's a little unsettling that there is no documentation for us to review over where the funding is being allocated for the police.
And I think it's important to be transparent now more than ever.
$100 billion.
With everything that's going on, like we have a ton of questions and we need answers.
Yeah,
And that's why we're saying when it comes to defunding the police, because we don't know where the money is going, there can definitely be reallocation in areas that are necessary within the community.
100%.
Right?
100%.
So I think one of the biggest areas would be, the mental health department.
Ooh, that's great. We just talked about that. Crisis intervention. Teachers, social workers, we need more. We need more in the schools. I was just not part of the panel, but I saw a panel, shout to Blesk. They did a whole thing with leaders of the community, in law enforcement and education and health. They did a panel and they were talking about that. And in one of the schools, I think it's PS24, if I'm not mistaken, in Jersey City, rough area, 700 kids, they got one crisis intervention teacher.
Come on.
No.
And one person bearing all the weight of,
700?
700 kids.
How lopsided is that?
And a lot of them,
it's crazy.
And a lot of them kids don't have healthy home structure. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
So you're dealing with that, but that's a great topic. That's great what you just said, and it's true, mental health is very important. You know what they say, check on your friend that's always smiling.
Mm-hmm. Check on your strong friends.
Check on your strong friends, you know what I'm saying? So you never know. Mental health is a major issue.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Not only that, if you think about it too, coming from where we come from, like we're trained for survival.
Word.
We're trained for survival. So even when...
By nature.
But even when all the odds are against you, you don't cry because I'll give you something to cry about, right?
I used to hear that all the time.
That's how we grew up.
Cállate la boca, te doy un bofetá.
That hand go up, forget about it.
Chancleta coming.
That belt.
It's true.
I'm having flashbacks right now.
That's why he's sipping. Stressed out.
But that's what we're trained in. Honestly, like this
Blessed,
is where...
never stressed.
Amen.
This is where we're going to go into intergenerational traumas, right? When it comes down to, situations that are basically hereditary. If your mother has dealt with personal abuse her entire life, she's going to train you to avoid that. Now you're structured, your mind is structured. So. Yeah. But now your mind is structured off of her traumas that she's never addressed.
Yes.
And she's trying to deal with her demons. And then there's no help within the school systems for these kids that are experiencing this. You have to understand, like, there are certain levels, your cognitive development starts at about, when you start like retaining memory, things like that, at about 6 years old, which means that you're starting to process things.
Right.
So if you're exposed to climates that are destructive, abusive, and you're witnessing that, you're going into fight or flight, especially when you're taught to survive. You know what I mean? And when that happens, then you see it in your community. We see it every single day. People feel like there is no other option. Like we're fighting for our lives out here. Yes. You know what I mean? And if there was more funding going into mental health assistance, maybe we can work through our traumas from when we were 6 years old, now that we're 26.
Yes. Yeah. And trauma. People think trauma is a physical thing. It's a mental thing too. Mental trauma is probably the most detrimental to you as a human being, because if it doesn't get addressed, like Adi just said, you grow up with that trauma and it affects how you treat your kids, and it becomes a generational trauma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you beating your kids, and listen, your dad, love him very much. He's my godfather, but I know he didn't put his hands on y'all.
No.
So you don't, me, I don't hit my daughters, because what happens is subconsciously you implement that subconscious thought in your daughters that it's okay for a man to hit me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. Discipline is key, but I feel like, with young girls, yes, you have to discipline, you got to be strong, but at the same time, beating your daughters isn't the way.
Answer.
Because if a man comes and beats your daughter in her head's going to say, well, my dad did it for so many years. What's wrong with it now? You feel what I'm saying? So
not only that, you're taught to survive.
You set the standard as a father.
What you just said was powerful.
Very true. It's all
absolutely,
very true.
Man.
But also too, in the same breath, I feel like, okay, so that needs to be allocated to the community 100%, as well as more funding in education.
100%.
1,000%.
1,000. Yeah.
1,000%. They're actually cutting costs. They're cutting funds for education.
You should never stop.
And after school programs.
And extracurricular
and free lunch
activities.
programs.
Yeah.
Right? It's ridiculous.
Yo, we just spoke about St. Anthony's. One of the best St. Anthony's in Jersey City. Probably the best basketball program.
For a very long time.
So many successful people came out of that
Number
school.
1 in the nation.
What?
Numerous years in a row. Shout to Bob Hurley.
Coach Hurley.
Yes.
Yo,
The
legendary
highest-
coach.
Big
Wait,
time.
listen. For you guys to know, the highest grossing profession in this country is professional sports. And Jersey City breeds professional athletes.
Absolutely. You got, and I mentioned St. Anthony's because, yo, how does a school so dominant in the area of basketball, generating so many stars, like you said, Adi, doesn't have the proper funding to keep the program going?
I don't
How many
understand that.
How many black kids did Mr. Hurley save that had talent? That he saved them from potentially becoming victims of society.
Right.
And through that program.
Through sports
of
and
structure,
mentorship, right?
Yo, structure, right? You know what I'm saying? He built that structure. He became a father figure for a lot of these kids out of Jersey
and not just
City.
him. Not just him.
Not only Jersey
but
City.
many like him.
Exactly.
Across the country, across the planet.
Coaches.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm glad you said that, Adi, because coaches and recreational activities are so important because for the kids that don't have the structure at home, they look forward to that.
Yeah,
when they go play
absolutely.
sports.
So what do you think happens when you take that away from them?
They don't have any structure. They got big homie on, listen,
That's
big
who we
homie in the
look up to.
hood.
That's
big,
who they look up to.
Exactly. Big homie
Destruction.
or female. No, listen, not only the fellas, but there's females out here that are terrible role models for the girls too.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of these women think that, the way to go right now is to flaunt,
Open an
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans account, right?
Exactly.
OnlyFans booming right
Donate. You know what I mean?
OnlyFans, yo.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Not only
it's
that,
wild,
not only
man.
that, it's also like if you look at it too, like the women and getting caught up in their own environment and their own community, doing things
Yeah.
like alongside men as well,
Word.
getting themselves caught up in situations
Word.
of assistance. And this goes back to intergenerational traumas, the lack of assistance at home, the lack of the father figure that's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we need these things. We need schooling, things like that. What about affordable housing?
Yes, we do.
We need more of that.
Let's talk about
Listen,
affordable
more of
housing.
that.
Listen, there's a lot of housing that is
Especially in this area.
Listen,
Nah.
don't come crazy.
Where
I'm a
gentrification is
realtor.
going
I'm about to
crazy.
say,
realtor.
Yeah,
She's a
like,
I know a
realtor,
lot
man.
about this topic.
She's a realtor.
Come on, speak on it.
Listen, I know, affordable housing is important.
Need some of that. Talk to me.
But listen, man, let's keep it real. I'm, from my perspective, because of my salary, I'm not rich at all. And, we all struggle. When you're working in this state, in New Jersey, probably the highest taxes, motor, car insurance, all types of things.
Murphy got to chill out.
It's
Murphy,
wild.
you got to chill.
It's not only, no politics.
No
but
politics.
It's not about anybody. But it's not about anybody. But I think that in this, I'm talking about my state. I think you get penalized more for being a hard worker. They kill you with taxes. It's hard,
Man.
So I'm just saying, like, for me, if I needed assistance, like, I'm struggling. Like,
You barely have any.
I pay child support. I'm gonna keep it real. I got a daughter that I pay child support for. $500 a month, which is really not that much. A lot of people pay more than that. $1,000,
I mean,
$1,200.
that's not light
what I'm
either.
saying?
You know what I mean?
That's not
500
light.
is
500 out of my check every.
I know some people
month.
are paying less than 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
because they're not working. But at the end
Quote,
of the,
unquote.
At the end of the day, you work, you get penalized. The more you make, the more money you pay child support.
The more you make, the more they
less,
take.
The less grants you're able to get for housing. Am I right? So, like, if I want to go get an apartment, a dope apartment under the, there's certain structures or
Guidelines.
certain guidelines that you have to meet with your salary. So I won't be able to put my family in that. So I got to go somewhere where it's $2,000 a month for rent, where I'm barely making it because I don't fit those guidelines. It's crazy. But go ahead, talk about that. Talk about that.
I just want to say the middle class is used. So there's 3 levels, right? There's upper class, middle class, lower class. The upper class is doing whatever they want, but the upper class uses the middle class to take care of the lower class.
Ooh.
We're just pawns, bro.
Ooh.
Middle class
That
is
was
just
dope.
pawns.
Say that
Nah,
again.
That's real.
Say that
was
again.
dope.
The upper class uses
was
the
dope.
middle class
That
to
was
take
dope.
care of the lower class.
That sounds like a shirt, bro.
Not-
Woo, that's a concept
It's
right
very
there.
You
true.
might see that. Stay
It's
tuned.
very, I could not have said it better.
Word.
No, that's a
I'm
fact,
upset
though.
about
And it's sad. People on welfare and public assistance are living better lives than the people who are really busting their ass.
That's true. That's what I'm
make a
trying to
living.
get to.
And it's
That's what I'm
unfortunate.
trying to get to. Not all the
It's very
time.
unfortunate.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm going to tell you why. Let's look at just our community. Let's look at Jersey City.
Yeah.
Right? And where we're at right now. Everybody knows, first of all, Jersey City has changed significantly over the past 15 years. You know, for us, me and Danny, I mean, we were born and raised there. So we've seen the way it was compared to like the progress that is made, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because of gentrification and what is happening right now, and I'm not going to get too much into gentrification and why, you know, whatever right now. But what I'm going to talk about is what it developed. And what it developed is a separation between the lower class, which is at this point desolate, and the middle class, which is now, reality speaking, like middle class in Jersey City is almost upper middle class. Like there's just a bigger gap that's happening due to the gentrification.
Right.
It's just keeping to increase.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's when gentrification happens, just like in Hoboken. Think about the area in Hoboken, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Hoboken years ago was wild. Was wild. So you're taking an area that is basically entirely, you know, occupied by locals that are doing what they can to be self-sufficient under limited education. You know what I'm saying? And then you're having people who have the equity to come in and buy out the location based on easy access to where there's a need, New York City, right? Everybody want to be there. Everybody want to get a job there. And what happens?
Not now with the COVID running around.
But no, just think about that. Think about Hoboken. And what happens is an area that's completely occupied by locals. Outsourcers come in to buy property because they have the equity to do so. And they rebuild it on their dimes. And what they do is they just keep pushing locals to one section so that they can just police the outskirts of the property that they're looking to build so that they can make money off of the location due to the need. And you look, it's happening in Jersey City. Look at downtown. Now this is where
it's happening everywhere across the nation. But
we get more into gentrification, this is why I talk about it all the time, especially on my social media. It's so important that we speak about the topic of equity and ownership as locals. As locals, because
we gotta see it right here, ownership. See it right here, ownership.
You gotta own your stuff, man.
You gotta build your own.
Start a LLC. Build each other up.
Start something. Yes. Go ahead.
No, but like 100%, like this is necessary for us, and to be more present. If we're not receiving the funding to educate our youth on this while they're in school, then us that went through the adversities and learned better, it's our responsibility to do so. Right? Yeah. It's our responsibility to do so. So in that regard, when it comes to gentrification, if you're educating your locals on how to buy property, have ownership, so that, we know we're in a location where there's a need. We have quicker access to 42nd Street than you would from Union Square. Yeah. Right? Yep. So if we're buying the property, you can move here, but you're paying us.
Right.
As in regards to, the retrospect that's happening right now, a lot of people that are buying property, especially developing these huge complexes, they're coming from New York, buying the area and charging locals rent.
Absolutely. That's why, but we could go back to what you were told. We talked about it briefly in episode 1 with the Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing we got to do in our community. But the problem is that, we got a crab in the bucket. When I say we, I'm talking minorities. Everybody in this show is a minority. Latinos.
Excuse me, I'm a minority millionaire.
With a minority millionaire. Shout to minority millionaire. Shameless plug.
There we go.
But Adi's half Italian. So, what I want to say is, shout to the Italians too, because they didn't have it easy. They had to come in through Ellis Island. We could go into the history of that. So they consider minorities too. Right, if you really look at it.
We all are.
At the history, you know what I'm saying? So
nobody was born.
My bad.
Originally, nobody was really born here. We were all immigrated here.
Yeah, exactly.
In some way, shape, or form. Maybe not us, like generationally, but our ancestors. Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
My bad.
No doubt, man. And listen, we gotta stop having that crab in the bucket mentality, man. You gotta have people that truly in your circle that care about you and love you and respect you for who you are, not because of what you offer. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you go through the grind together. You know what I'm saying? If they was there with you in that Honda, they should be with you in that Wraith. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like
Say
you gotta
that again,
have,
bro.
yeah. If they was with you in that Honda, they should be in that Wraith. If they was riding with you when you was in that Honda struggling, you know what I mean? You ain't had no gas. You was trying to get to that job, whatever. Man. Shout to JB for hands down, many a times has done that for me. I mean, to this
That's
day,
my brother, man. I'll do it all over again.
Look where we at. We've made a lot of progress because we've never had a crab in the bucket mentality where, you know, we feed off each other. And same thing with Adi. I feed off of her energy. She's so motivating, college graduate. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Adi. You know, she got her degree. She's in real estate. You need to surround yourself with people that aren't going to pull you down. They're going to lift you up. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just chime in on that, man. You know, I definitely agree with you to an extent, but I don't want no disrespect. I wouldn't want you in the passenger seat of a Wraith. I want to fly chick in the passenger seat of a Wraith. I want my brother to have his own right behind me, back to back. You know what I'm saying?
He wouldn't mind have Adi in the
she gotta have her own too. You know what I'm saying? We all bosses. We all have our own too. You know what I mean?
I don't want to mess with.
I'd rather have my brother have his own. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, you get the concept.
Exactly.
The analogy, y'all appreciate that. See what I'm saying? Instead of me riding passenger, we all got our own stuff and we all together anyways.
Success is tribal.
Exactly.
Success is tribal. If we go
fire.
back,
Tribal?
This is why when we go back
Hold on,
to the situation.
not to cut you off.
That's fire.
Just because you said tribal, your vibe also attracts your tribe.
Exactly.
Right?
Yo, that's fire.
Exactly.
I had to throw that out there.
We out here rapping. Yo.
Yeah, man, we hit bars, yeah?
Success
We need to
is
copyright that.
tribal.
Getting barred up heavy. I love that though.
That's fire.
That's why those
Success is
cities.
tribal.
That's
That's
why.
dope.
That's why Tulsa, Rosewood, Seneca Village. You guys know about that? That used to be Central Park.
Nah, that's crazy.
It was.
History is deep, man.
It
Do
used
your
to be
research,
Central
please.
Park, man.
That's crazy.
They tore down that entire self-sufficient city that was built on free African Americans
Word.
who were self-sufficient, producing,
Word.
building properties.
Yup.
They tore that down. They're like, we're good. We're gonna build a park.
It's crazy. Well, that's why, like you said,
And you would never know. Where do you see that at? They don't have it posted anywhere.
gentrification.
You know what I'm saying?
Gentrification.
The truth is hidden, man. Do your research.
Gentrification is a big problem. I mean, it's not a problem if we are allowing it. I'm not saying, listen, shout to anybody that's able to go into a community and buy it out and you know, and rent properties out. Shout to them. I'm not hating on them, but our people need to stand up.
Our people
need to stand up.
Minorities, we're talking to you.
Get your act together. You know, listen, street credit can't buy you a mortgage. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, if I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are unsure how to get started in this process,
Reach out to somebody.
Reach out to me.
Yes.
Please, this is what I do.
Drop your Instagram real quick.
My Instagram is at luxury listings with an S.NJ.
So
and the reason
luxury, LUXURY, listings
with an S
at the end,
dot
NJ.
This is really the reason why I decided to get into real estate, because I was doing it in my own community and I saw that I have an opportunity to have my hands in the rebuilding of my city.
Word.
So what I do is I work directly with people, with locals that are looking to invest in their own community. So if you are somebody that is looking to open up a corporate space, if you're looking to even maybe your grandmother has a house that she's looking to sell, she don't want to take care of it no more, let me assist you so that we can put you in the right positions to set yourself up for success and your family up for success.
Generational wealth.
Word.
Let's build that.
Absolutely. This is what your success is tribal. I'm here. If you're in the Hudson
fire.
County
like
area,
that.
the New Jersey
Success
area.
is tribal. I like that. Success is tribal.
Also,
man.
but I do want to get on the topic that you were saying about, crab in a bucket mentality.
Word.
And this is something I speak to my teams. You guys know I'm an entrepreneur developer. And I speak to my teams about this all the time. And I feel like we need to shift our focus in regards to reality of the situation is it's very difficult to have people that you grew up with in the same situations where we're from to really show you love when you blow up. And this is why. Or when you're trying to start your journey for entrepreneurship. I know you went through it for sure with the people that you love, because they look at you and they can't see that you're capable of being successful until they see that you are successful.
Preach it.
And then when you get to that level, there's a level of hate because they could never see you coming out of their circumstances.
Exactly. Yep.
To mirror to themselves.
Yo, it's crazy. Yo, it's crazy you said that, because, yo, I've felt that. Like from family and not close friends anymore, because if the vibe ain't right, then they get left. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, like, yo, have you felt that before? Like you making it, you doing things, and you feel like the energy from your family members and certain people is like a little
wasn't
off.
what you expected.
Yeah,
like you would think they, you know what I mean?
Oh, they look at you,
support you, buy your product,
right?
And they don't show you no
that's
love.
crazy. We
It'd
just
be
spoke
complete
about
strangers that show you more love.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
And you want to
crazy.
know why strangers show you love? Because they see you for what you can be.
that. Exactly.
Versus people that know you, that you grew up with, see you for who you are and who you were.
Or who you used to be. Exactly.
And you know what's crazy? That to me, that's crazier because
that's that crab in the bucket mentality.
Exactly, because yo, you was with me in the trenches per se. What I mean, through the struggle.
Right.
So you know, like yo, JB went through hell, Adi went through hell, Bookham went through hell to get where they at. I seen it. I was there.
Likewise.
Why would you be upset or feel some type of way that they moving on in life? You should be like, yo, I'm the type of person where I love to see people succeed.
Shit, that shit motivates me.
I just went to my man's house the other day. He just bought a $650,000 house in Clifton. Shout out to my boy Jay.
Congratulations, man. That's big, man.
Congratulations, that's beautiful.
Cheers to you, man.
Just talking about ownership, yes.
Oh yeah, that's big.
Excuse me, you know what I mean? And yo, to me that was crazy. I'm very proud of him. And yo, I went to his house and I was authentically happy for him. Like, yo, and you know what? It motivated me. It didn't make me feel any
That's
type
what it's
of way.
supposed to
Like,
do.
yo,
Oh my God, this reminds me. You guys remember that Cardi B video that she posted on Instagram story? She's like, a lot of wanna like they see me, they got a lot of love for me, and I love my bleep this out. He's like, and I love my, and she's like, but a lot of hate me. And I don't know why you gotta act like that. Instead of being like that, you should be a get beside me type of
Hello,
right?
Shout out to Cardi, man, for real, man. She
Instead
gets
of
it.
the why
She understands.
her, she's like, I don't know why me. God chose me. Like that's what it reminds me.
That's
Right.
up.
Listen, man, you gotta
that's
root.
what's
You know,
up.
when somebody from your same environment, same neighborhood, same town, you know what I mean, comes from the same circumstances, makes, does something positive and makes it in life, regardless of, what they're doing, as long as it's something positive, you gotta salute that.
Yeah.
You gotta support that.
And ask
You gotta
questions.
embrace that.
Yo, because
ask questions, sis. How'd
Hello.
you get there? How can I get next to you?
Reach out to them, pick their brain. You know what I'm saying? See if how can you
Word.
get,
How can
you get a
some of their
response
time.
back?
Right. Come
Yo,
on.
how can I intern? Can I intern for you? Can I help you out?
That's the way to go.
Can I take photos?
Offer your
Can I be
services for free because the money's gonna come regardless.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's entrepreneurship right there.
Yo, offering, that's the thing, yo. Everybody's a prima donna too. That, yo, I'm a rapper, I'm a videographer, I need 500, I need 1,000. Off the rip, when you don't even have a resume. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, you gotta provide, you gotta invest in yourself, you gotta waste money on yourself, and then you gotta
No, it's not a waste. It's an investment.
No. I'm sorry.
Invest
If it's on
It's not a
yourself,
waste. Yeah. My
you're
bad.
investing in yourself.
But it's
Misspoke,
every dollar
misspoke.
you have.
Exactly.
Yes,
Every
Even if you
moment
gotta
you
tap into
have.
your 401k,
Yes,
borrow
word.
money, do this,
Yeah.
do that. Whatever
Everything.
you gotta do, make the happen.
Yo, listen, look at what's his name real quick. What's his name? Yo, the dude, I forgot his name. He's a black artist from down south. He took David Banner.
Okay.
David Banner.
David.
Shout to David Banner, yo.
Love what he's
yo,
doing.
You heard what he did, bro?
Break it down for the people.
Back in the day, we used to have to solicit CDs. I did it myself. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Shy. So amazing. I put out a mixtape. Long story short, back in the day, you used to have to go physically and give your CD out. You used to
Been
have
there.
to travel, book bag,
All that.
Yo, you know what David Banner did, man? I think he had a hoopty, like a hatchback. Big dude, whatever. He took the last bit of his money and maxed it out, every last cent, to get CDs made of his music.
Right.
He took whatever money he had, used it on gas to go travel and give out his CD. And look where he's at now. You know what I mean? Successful black entrepreneur.
Shout out to David
You know what I'm
Banner,
saying?
man.
Producer, rapper.
What about Lil Baby?
Little bit. I don't know his story.
Yeah, me neither. Go
Lil
ahead.
Baby, I believe he got out of jail. I believe 2016 or 2017. It was
Okay.
recent. And 2020, he has the #1 selling album in.
Oh yeah, Little Baby.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
Lil
of The
Baby.
Baby.
Da
You know what I
Baby.
mean?
No,
Yeah.
Lil
And then it's
Baby.
Baby. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's a lot.
Which one?
But even with him, and even if you listen to his music and his lyrics, he gives you a guideline. It's almost like Jay-Z.
okay.
Jay-Z says all the time,
Yeah,
he's giving you $1 million worth
yeah.
of game for
For
free.
99 cents. So for
Yeah.
$9.99.
Yeah,
word,
you know what I'm
word.
saying?
Shout to anybody that's doing it like that, man.
That's what it's about. Success is tribal.
Giving people
Absolutely,
the game. Nah,
absolutely,
I
yeah.
appreciate people who give
Some
you the
people-
game rather
some
than
people-
withhold it from you. You
Yo,
know what I'm
but word
saying?
is
That's
word.
corny.
And yo, some people just land in. Can we agree on that? Like one person that we want to talk about is Tekashi 6ix9ine, talking about landing in You know what I'm saying? With the Midas touch, right? We call it the Midas touch. Like everything he touches is gold. But yo, you can't hate on that young man. And listen, people don't like snitches, but yo, let's keep it a buck. There's a lot of people in the industry that are thinking about doing music with that man because he got over 150 million views on his new Trolls joint with Nicki Minaj.
Man, I hear that.
How you feel about that?
But I mean, coming from where we come from, there's morals, respect, and integrity. And if you don't have those principles intact, then there's not even a conversation.
But let me ask you a question on that, right?
I don't condone that, by the way.
No. They don't condone. You know, let me ask you a question on that, right? People talk about street credibility. Should street credibility be upheld in the music industry with the same standards that it is at the street level?
Of course. If you rapping about all that and you come from all that
disagree, bro.
Nah.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I know it's a form of entertainment. Yeah. But still, there's guidelines, bro. There's rules, there's regulations. You know what I'm saying? You violate, you get dealt with accordingly.
But it's an illustration of what people see and go through.
Nah, if you get charges brought against you, criminal charges, right? And you're a rapper, they're gonna use your lyrics in court to use against you. So what you say can be held against you. Not
all the time though. They can't listen. Words alone aren't, unless you're straight up.
That's the argument.
You ever saw Key and Peele?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yo, shout to Key and Peele. Okay. Yo, Key and Peele did a skit about that where they brought a rapper in and he was basically rapping about the murder that he just committed.
Wow.
But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that I just feel like it shouldn't be mixed. Listen, Whack 100 did an interview, and I'm a police officer, but I'm very in depth with the hip hop culture, and I love the hip hop culture, and I watch interviews and whatever. Right. So I keep my ear to the streets, is what they call it. You feel me? So Whack 100 did an interview, right? Whack 100 is a known blood gang member from Cali,
OG,
right?
yeah.
OG, whatever. He manages Blueface and all that. So he says something that was I thought it was very intriguing, and I was like, wow, that's knowledge, that's game.
What was that?
Because he said, listen, not everybody should be playing the same position. And he actually wasn't condoning what Tekashi did, but he said, I don't blame him. He said, I don't blame him because he's doing what he was supposed to do according to his body, his portfolio. He's not a street dude. And the dudes that were around him, you know what I'm saying? They knew that. They know, you know what I'm saying? They know real, recognize real is the term that they use.
That's what
but people know. Exactly. So the thing is, if you know, right? If you know, say us right here manage an artist and we know that, listen, this artist isn't a type, but he promotes a certain type of music and he promotes a certain type of energy. But listen, he's the cash cow.
Right. You got to protect him by any means.
We got to play our position and protect him, provide security, knowing that that's what's bringing in the money. Right. Actors may act a certain way. That doesn't mean that they believe in the way they act. It's the same thing with music. See, that's the way I feel.
With me, it's not really it's not really a topic of like him being a snitch or not. He's a snitch. He's a rat. That's already a conversation. We already know that. He talks about himself all the time. Right.
He actually laughs at it.
Yeah. But to his defense of what he says is that, they was doing him dirty. They was messing around with his baby mother.
How you feel about that?
They was trying to kill him. All that stuff. So that's the argument. I don't really care about the argument. My thing with Tekashi is, all right, his music...
Yo, you good, bro? I need a mask?
Nah, come on now.
You over here coughing a little bit too much, dog.
But my thing here is that, all right, cool. It's separating.
That was the third one.
Right.
Chicken scratch.
Five in the mouth.
Chicken scratched out.
Oh, boy. No, but I'm saying with him, it's like, for me personally, and I don't know if maybe because I'm in that little of a younger genre, but like, let's separate the artist from the music. Music wise, I know you guys don't agree with me because we've already had this conversation. Music wise, he lit. He makes bops. Well, like for us, he makes bops.
I don't like it because I'm a lyrical type of dude.
He's not a lyricist, 1,000%.
Right, but for this generation, it works.
Hype music. It works. Hype music. It gets you lit, gets you pumped. The beat in the background is popping. And
you can't hate on that.
Yeah, he's screaming the ignorant thoughts that we have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you resonate with a little bit. My issue is now focusing on the artist.
Yeah.
In how you portray yourself. Like, for me, like, he just does way too much.
He's fake.
It's too much. It's funny money. Like, that's not the type of energy I'm trying to be around at all. So that's where, but also in the same breath, I know Tekashi's back end. Like, before he got locked up, he was very active within the community. But he don't talk about that. He want to present himself as like,
I didn't know that.
I'm
I
a
didn't know
rap.
that.
Like,
I didn't know he was
broadcasted this.
Even when he went to
did
Mexico.
vlogs and videos and things like that.
Yeah, he gave out money.
Yeah, gave money to, you know what I mean, to
he
the
gave
people.
out money.
You know,
but,
he gives
it's
opportunity.
That part I respect.
Yeah.
But he,
you know what I'm saying?
He doesn't put that on the forefront. What he puts on the forefront is
that rah. Yeah.
He's clout, and that's how he got even the tattoos, even the hair, even you know what I'm saying.
Come on, now he's wearing lace front wigs
Too
and all
much.
that.
He doing
that's
too
OG,
much.
bro.
Wildin',
And that's a
wildin'.
testament to us and how we grew up.
As an alpha male, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like, you're
that's
making us
funny.
look crazy out here.
That's funny, and that's why I understand why a lot of people view him in a certain light, because you can't sit here and rep that you're hard and you wrapped up in all this stuff and you acting real loud. Like, we don't move that way.
Right.
It's
That's
crazy.
not your body.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Crazy. I mean, yo, I could go on and on about this topic. I just feel like what JB said and what Adi said, a little bit of both. You portray a certain lifestyle. I come from an era. I'm from the 90s hip hop era. And
The golden era. Best ever.
I feel
in my
100%. Shout out to all the rappers, yo, for real. Lyrically, song-wise, content.
Everything.
Shout to Nas, Hov,
The lifestyle.
Big Pun.
Everything.
I mean,
Big L.
Yo, we could go on and on about, I mean, let's get it, man.
For real.
But, I mean, I'm just talking about from both sides of the spectrum. Like, you portray a certain lifestyle, you're gonna get that certain energy.
Yeah.
You know, the energy that you give to the universe is the energy you're gonna get back. And if you ain't really about that life and you ain't really about that, then why portray that energy
Why
and
carry
bring that
yourself that
energy?
way?
And you know, listen, let's keep it real. When you portray that energy and you expel that energy, 9 out of 10 times, man, you're gonna get dealt with. Either you're gonna get killed,
Eventually.
put in the hospital, or you're gonna
get checked.
or you're gonna be locked
Period.
up.
You're gonna get checked.
And why I don't understand it. When you're an artist, that's what I want to tell all my artists out there, man. That you know, that tough guy image is cool when you on a record.
It's not cool.
No, but I'm
It's corny.
no, you get what I'm saying? No. What I'm talking about, when you're doing music, if you're doing a certain type of music, a hard song,
Right.
you know, you want to come off like, you know, shout to DMX, who's really the pioneer of that type of music with
Dark
Tekashi's
Man
doing.
X.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Shout to, you know,
Legend.
so, yo,
But that's the difference between speaking
but
upon your
DMX is a good dude. He's a
Yeah.
Christian. You know what I mean?
And he speaks on his adversities, what he actually experienced firsthand.
Listen, there's a difference between the way you are when you're recording music
And you treat
the
people
way
outside.
you are
Exactly.
in real life. You understand what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yo,
you gotta
listen.
be able to differentiate and separate the two.
Yo, networking is built off of energy, man. And, yo, if you go to a spot or you go somewhere and you know, you just antisocial, you got this aura, this energy about you, yo, people just don't want to with you. They don't want to deal with you. Let's be honest,
Energy
bro.
doesn't lie.
Energy don't lie. And then,
Energy
you know,
does not. Matter of fact, your energy introduces you.
Exactly.
Before
Before
you
you
even
even
say
open your
anything.
mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Before you
Yep.
open your mouth, your energy, right off the bat, you can see somebody's body language.
Right.
And that's why I
And you
can't,
know.
I
Body
can't
language,
respect the portrayal of the artist with him. Like, that is, it's too funny. It's too loud. Like, real.
Is it attractive? Does it
Not at all.
is it attractive?
I don't
as
know
a
how it
woman?
can be.
You
Is
know-
it attractive to you?
I'll be honest with you. Like, for me, I'm the realest woman I know. Let's keep it a buck.
So what is attractive? What is
unattractive?
unattractive about that, and what is attractive to you?
So
after that,
If it's even attractive.
if it's even attractive.
So in portrayal, like, to me, there's no interest, right? But in regards to other people, other women and things like that, even like just with him, it's the attractiveness is the money. That's the attraction.
Say it again.
The attraction is the money.
Yes.
That's it. It has nothing
Root
to
of
do.
all evil.
Listen, there's one thing I could say. Not only did Tekashi definitely invest in his community, he definitely invested in the women in the community as well. He paying bills, paying cars, buying jewelry,
He's getting
like
teeth done,
Wow.
buying bags,
done.
this, all that.
making sis feel special.
You think
Implants,
she really,
the whole nine.
you think she really love him? Like, I don't know, man.
It's hard to tell,
There's
man.
so
When
many.
you're-
What are you
when
talking
you're
about,
that
She?
successful.
No, yeah, you never know.
There's
man.
so
Like,
many. What are you talking
yeah.
about, She?
Would you ever
Which
be?
one?
Would you ever be able to be as a woman? You know, be able to ever date an artist?
Here's the thing with me. Like I said, I'm the realest woman that I know. I would say a different word, but I'm gonna say the realest woman that I know.
Yeah, we can bleep that out.
Say it.
It's different for me because there's certain, mindset, right? I don't want to be with a rich mother. I want to be one.
Hello.
That's
Say
the
that
difference.
again. Hello.
What?
What Jay-Z said was better than 1 billionaire.
Yo, let's
Two.
get a clap for that, bro.
Okay?
Hell
You heard
yeah.
what she said?
Shout out to the boss women out there, man. For real,
I'm
man.
just
Word
saying.
up.
And
Shout
listen,
out to
I
the
tell
love y'all.
boss lady.
And shout out to
tell
my
my-
boss woman too. You heard?
Word.
The
That's
queen
right.
from Queens. She knows who she
Queens,
is.
what's up?
Hey.
Word up.
And I
Let's
have this
go.
conversation with my man all the time. My man is 10 steps ahead of where I am, right? But I know for
But
a
it
fact,
motivates
You ain't far behind.
not only that, I'm gonna be richer than him one day. You know why?
Let's go.
get it.
Let's go.
Let's
because
get it.
because I'm
I
learning.
love that type of talk.
I'm learning from him. He's giving me the express route
That's what
to
it's
not
about.
make the same mistakes that he's
Exactly.
making, right?
That's what it's
Exactly.
And then
about.
when
Exactly.
I start producing more and making more equity and making more revenue, more ownership, he's gonna start learning from me. And then he's gonna be richer than me, and we're gonna play tit for
Yeah.
tat for each other for the rest of our lives.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking
It's no better feeling, yo, Jay. You told me this story, bro. And I'm happy for my brother JB. I love him to death. He's the realest that I know.
Man,
And yo, he
likewise,
told me
brother.
a story.
Go ahead.
Shorty said, yo, one of the biggest things, you ever saw The Bronx Tale?
Oh, it's my favorite movie
Oh,
of all
man,
time.
listen,
My
listen,
favorite
listen to
movie of all
this.
time.
Check it out. Check the
Listen
story
to
out.
this.
Check the story out.
Real
He
man.
told me, my boy,
Real
he tell me, we chopping it up, and he telling me, and we just going over. I got an ace in the deck too. Shout out to my wife. I love her. She's
Yes.
an ace.
Cheers.
Yes.
She gave me 2 beautiful daughters.
Amazing
God bless.
mother.
Yo,
God bless.
amazing.
I'm working on
Hands
mine, but go
down.
ahead.
But nah, so in The Bronx Tale, yo, you know, what was his name again? I forgot.
Colangio.
Colangio, he's dating a black female, beautiful black female. I had a crush on that shorty for a minute. But yo, she opens up the door for him. You know what I'm saying? To me, that speaks
Whoa,
volumes.
before all that, you know what I mean?
Before
He
that.
opens the door up.
He
for
opens
her.
the door for her, but she reaches over.
That was the test. They call it the car
Do you want me to
test.
Before
quote this? 'Cause
power locks.
I will quote my
Go
man.
ahead.
Quote it, quote it.
You only get 3 good ones in your life, right? You only get 3 good ones in your life. If she don't open the door for you after you show her that respect, she's a selfish broad.
Shout out to Sonny from Bronx Tale. Check that
Tulsa.
movie out, man,
Let's
for you
go.
youngins, man.
Let's
She's a
go.
selfish broad.
Very important lesson.
Yo, and let me tell you something.
And she opened that, she unlocked
She opened
that door for me.
But think about it. She
Real
opened that
one.
door. That means that she's
Real one.
gonna open up a
That's
lot
one of the
doors.
3.
Yeah. Yup.
She better be the last though, 'cause you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm with it.
I mean, that's not the final, you know what I mean? That's not the
Nah,
final
that's just a
say-so.
small piece and portion of it.
But yo, one
These
of
are
the
That
things you
says
have
a
to
lot about
recognize.
her.
These are
Word.
things you have to recognize.
Nah, hell
Yo,
yeah,
that's
and acknowledge.
Yo, you know
100%.
what? You know, it's the small things that matter. You really
Oh,
think
man, I
about
say-
it. Like yo, like
I say
like
that all the
my,
time.
like yo, my wife got me this shirt and this hat. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
dope.
Going
Super
above
dope,
and-
too,
yeah,
for Father's Day.
Going for Father's Day, going above and beyond. And it's just like little things that they believe in you. They believe in you. And just believing
That's
in
how
your-
you know you got a rider, for real.
Believing in the other person that you're with goes a long way. Just believing. And they say it in Spanish, it's called apoyando.
Apoyando.
Applauding, you know what I mean? Rooting on your partner. But my brother JB comes up to me, he met this girl, and I'm gonna keep it a
Woman.
buck.
That's-
Woman. I'm
a
sorry,
woman.
I'm sorry, woman.
She a
so
woman.
he tells me, right?
Take notes. That's how you speak about your wives. You
Girl.
heard?
Right.
A woman, yeah.
Real.
Queen,
Real. Soon to be. Who
queen,
knows?
you know what I
But
mean?
yeah.
Queen. But he tells me about it, and yo, I'm gonna keep it real for the people. I was a little skeptical because that's my brother, and I'm always gonna tell him like, yo, just be careful. You know what I'm saying?
sure,
Like you
for
would
sure.
you would tell somebody that meets somebody and it's relatively, you know, and you feel a certain, and that person feels a certain way quickly, you gonna tell them like, yo, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get heartbroken. But my boy, I see that, you know, it is what it is. And he tells me a story, which I was like, yo, she's the one. That's when I told him, I was like, yo, she's official,
You hear that?
bro.
You hear that? If you're watching this, you hear that?
But yo, she bought, she bought his product. She invested 3 times.
4 times.
4 times.
4 times.
She bought his product, his clothing line. She bought it on her own, like without
Didn't ask
asking
no
for a discount. You know what I'm saying?
And
No
she
discount.
knows. She
Yeah.
knows I would have blessed her and
Yo,
gave it
stop.
to her for free.
Yeah, and that's another thing, yo. Like you got friends, yo. Let me get it for this, yo. Let me
Stop
support,
doing that.
That's
support
not
the
that's not a
movement,
friend.
support
I'm
the
sorry.
movement.
That is not a
doing
friend.
that.
If they with their hand out, that's not your friend. Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, but yo, shout to her, Queens, man. Shout to her. You know, and she did that, and my boy told me, and I was like, yeah, all right, she's official, bro. Like
Super official.
super. So
I'm blessed,
yo,
man.
support your other half, man, because it's very important that you guys lean on each other
Yes.
through life, through this thing we call life. Because when one falls, the other one could pick the other one up.
That's what
it
it's
should
about.
never be that, you know, something happens, one of us fall, and now the whole household falls apart.
Nah.
You gotta have each other. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Got to be equal.
crazy.
Y'all got to water each other. That's the only way
Exactly,
it'll
exactly.
grow in the right direction.
Yeah, and this is another thing. This is what we're talking about. Your network is your net worth. Surround yourself with
Say that again.
Your network is your net worth.
Hello.
Yee.
Surround yourself.
Write that down, people.
Surround yourself with like-minded people. Who are you speaking to every single day? Who are you spending your time with every single day? If your partner is not like-minded to you.
Well, isn't trying to
Yo, you know, I'm gonna hit you with a headbanger.
Yeah.
One that bothers me, a pet peeve.
All right, let's
I don't know if
What's
y'all.
that? What's that?
I don't know if y'all. You know what bothers me?
What?
People that see you. Yo, I love what you doing. Yo, I see what you doing, but they won't buy your product. They won't like your photos.
I hear it all the time.
They won't repost what you doing. But I love what you doing, dog. I saw what you did.
In person, they real loud.
Yeah.
Social media, they real quiet. Keep that same energy, man.
And you know why it's so important in the day.
Keep that same energy.
In the day and time in social media is so important, and this goes for me too, because sometimes I slip through the cracks with me. I ain't gonna lie. I might look at your stuff, and I like it, but I won't repost it, and it's because at the same time, certain people, you don't want to flood your stuff with too much content, because then it becomes like, yo, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to maintain the validity of your platform, but at the same time, you got to show love. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But, show authentic love all the time. It shouldn't be, when you're popping, it should be throughout the whole process. Shout out to
man,
many.
listen, when you popping, everybody wants to show love.
Exactly.
It's about it's about that journey on the way up. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody believes that you can be successful until you're actually successful. We just talked about this.
Preach.
We just spoke about this, man. The thing with that is, I feel like I've shifted my mindset because, I decided from a very young age that I was going to be an entrepreneur. And I did it as a side hustle for years. I've been, trying to start my own business, whether it's out my crib, whatever, and maybe since I was 18.
Man, listen, some of the biggest companies started in the garages. So.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got to start something. That shit don't even matter.
Absolutely. Everywhere.
Amazon started in the garage?
Yeah, Amazon, Apple.
Everything.
Quite a few.
Shoe holes, you know what I mean? It's just the development of the process. Nothing.
What about Facebook? Started in the dorm room.
Exactly.
You see what I'm
My
saying?
bad, Adi. My bad. I'm cutting you off.
No,
my bad.
no, you good.
It's never
very
about how
sorry.
you start. It's about how you finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Absolutely,
Go ahead.
absolutely. But when it comes to things like this, like, man, you have to shift your focus again. Like, you can't dwell on the people that aren't supporting you.
Nah, never.
Yeah.
Never. Leave them in the wind. Don't even pay them no mind.
And that happens we need to talk about it though, because it happens to a lot of entrepreneurs.
I agree.
They give up and they throw in the towel because
Yeah.
the people that they feel should be showing them love and support don't ever.
Man, you can't give a F about that, man. You shouldn't even be worried about that.
You're right.
It is what it is.
No, but
Keep it moving.
What I'm saying is that cut those people off.
No, they
You
cut
feel
themselves
that way?
off.
No, but what I'm saying,
Those people cut themselves off.
What I'm saying is, according to social media and life, if you're not getting that energy reciprocated from those that are in your network that you love and respect, and you show an abundance of love to and support, and they don't reciprocate it, they're not meant for you to be involved in what you're doing. It's okay to cut people off. It's okay to detach yourself from people that don't, because energy is contagious, and energy could bring you down, bro.
Yeah.
And bring you up.
It could bring you up, it could bring you down. If you got, somebody said this the other day, they were like, stop. Wallow said it on their podcast.
Wallow, man.
He said,
good dude.
Good dude from what I know. I don't know him personally, but
Just
he
his
said,
energy though, his aura.
He said,
you know what I'm saying?
he said it. He said people look for love in the places that don't love them. So we go out of our way to try to show love to people that just don't love us, and we waste energy, effort, money, time on people that don't give a damn about what we doing.
Yep.
Stop doing that.
And recognize the triggers. And we're not just speaking about the people that are blatantly not supporting you, blatantly not buying products. But talk about those people that are asking you for the discount, asking you for the free product. Can you come on? Can you come and scratch my back? But I'm not gonna do a damn thing for you. Like those are signs.
Yeah, let me tell you something. To make the product, not free.
No.
It costs money. And I go above and beyond to get the best quality possible for my product.
Because you want it to last.
You expect me to give it to you for free?
Yeah, that's
Not only
crazy.
that, let's talk about the sweat equity you put into it. You should be compensated accordingly.
On top of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't listen. I posted something the other day, but I also read it where it says, damn, I can't remember it verbatim, but it says it was something along the lines where it said, never complain about somebody's prices. If you can't afford it, cool, you can't afford it.
That's it.
But you should never about somebody's price.
Show them support in other ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's free to
Like,
repost the picture.
Hello.
It's free to send a referral out.
Hello. Word of mouth is the best form of advertisement and marketing.
Absolutely.
So that goes a long way.
And also to entrepreneurs.
But if you can't afford it,
they're all the way a buck with this, right?
Yeah.
If you know your financial circumstances are not where you want them to be, if you are literally saving up so that you can stunt.
That's crazy.
Stupid.
If you are saving up so that
I
you
used
can
to do it.
stunt.
I used to do it.
Come on, man.
We all used to do that.
Back when I had the Nextel chirp, I was
Right.
wild.
Oh, boy.
Parasuco jeans.
Oh my God. Mecca this, Mecca that. You know what I mean? And Nietzsche, I mean.
I was broke as hell, $2 in my
Nautica.
pocket, but I had the fly outfit though.
Ooh, had them J's though, right?
Yeah, so go ahead. I'm
boy.
sorry you hit on
No,
me.
but no, this is what I'm saying. Like with that, in that regard, if that's where your life is going, you
Poor
need to,
man's mentality,
you
by
need
the
to
way.
reevaluate. That's what we're talking about.
Word. Yeah.
But you can't invest $200 in yourself.
You
That's
can't
crazy.
start that LLC.
But you know,
Can't start your LLC.
What?
But you know what? That is a taught behavior. I feel that is a taught behavior.
But it can be self-taught.
No, it can be.
It can be
but
self-taught.
listen,
Intergenerational traumas. We just
Right.
spoke about this.
We did speak about it. But what I'm saying, that is a taught
Success
behavior.
is tribal.
But that is a taught behavior because what I'm saying is like my family, we have the same family on my father's side, and they are a cursed family. What I mean by that is like nobody ever went to college. Everybody was
broke
in the
the cycle.
streets.
Yeah, you're
nobody
from
broke the
here, you're
cycle.
raised
Right.
here.
Yeah, listen, your life is
That's it.
drinking,
man.
drugs.
You did.
No, I did.
You did.
But what I'm saying is, I was never taught credit.
You taught
I was
yourself.
never taught, structure. So you have to learn late. But like you said,
Life
self-teach
teaches you sometimes.
yourself. And this new generation, man, is privy
They got
to
it so
much
easy,
information
bro.
at the
What?
fingertips
There's-
to revitalize, revamp your lifestyle, to be a successful one. And in order to do that, you have to surround yourself. Everything has to be surrounded with successful content. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important. And I'm glad you brought that up. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. It's a fact. And it comes in like you were saying, like we have so much access to so much information at our fingertips at any given moment. It
yes.
takes 2 seconds.
There's no excuse.
I learned how to cook a
There is no excuse.
I just learned how to cook a pernil on YouTube.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
You're Puerto Rican.
still getting my rice game together. You know what I mean?
You serious? Oh,
Word,
boy.
yo, I was never
Yo,
taught.
YouTube,
I
yo.
was
You the
never-
one that want to stunt with the chicken. Oh,
Nah,
my
he
babies
bought
don't
that.
like the
Nah, he
skin.
bought that
Because
shit.
I learned it
He
on
bought that shit.
YouTube. See, I ain't tell y'all that.
Oh boy.
I'm giving y'all the inside scoop now. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what we're saying. It takes 2 seconds to self-educate yourself. There is no excuse.
No excuse
There
whatsoever.
is no excuse. And you know what? At the end of the day, let's get into it too, because we were discussing, the disconnect between the poverty level within our own
Yes.
community
Yes.
and the upper middle class. There is
Yes.
no regular middle class at this point, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to the poverty level, because we come from that, let's keep it a buck.
Right.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
it comes to that situation, you don't have a phone. You don't have a computer. If you do have a phone, you have limited access only when you're on Wi-Fi to search.
Yes,
So it is your
yes,
responsibility
yes.
as the people that have gone through your adversities and learned and trooped through them and were strong enough to get yourself in a position that you prayed for
Mm-hmm.
to educate the ones that you love. It doesn't mean they're always going to accept the information,
Yes.
but you're presenting it and it's up to them to self-educate further.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
100%. 100%.
But the presentation and planting the seed is what you're talking
Absolutely.
about. Planting the seed, watering the seed so it could grow.
Right.
And sometimes, you ain't gonna see the growth right away. There's a tree, I believe. Which one is it? The tree that takes like 5 years, and then from one day to the next, it grows 10 feet or more than that. Or,
Patience and
What's the
persistence.
tree? Look it up. There's
I'm
a
not
tree
even
that
sure.
there's a tree that you water. I'm sorry, people, but I know there's a tree and a preacher was talking about it, and he said, for 5 years you watering, you're not seeing a speck.
You know how many people get
come up out the
discouraged?
ground, you get
Quit,
discouraged,
give up.
But then out of nowhere, I think it's a bamboo tree. I think.
Let's see. So I
What
just
is
put
it?
some. It is
bamboo
Chinese,
tree. Yeah, the Chinese bamboo tree.
Huh.
So the bamboo tree takes 5 years before it emerges above ground.
Crazy.
So people feed it,
5
feed
years.
it. 5 years of nonstop. And then at the snap of a finger, that tree breaks ground and climbs up to how many feet? She just looked it up. I think
80
it's
feet
80 feet in the air.
in 5 weeks.
In 5 weeks. So that is a great picture of how life can be sometimes. Don't get discouraged. You may be following your dreams and aspirations, investing in yourself, and you investing. You're not seeing the fruits of your labor, but you know what? Keep watering.
My father has given me so much education. So much education,
Shout out
right?
to him, man.
And the biggest
shout to my godfather. Man. I
Amen.
love you, bro.
the biggest thing that I learned that he has taught me and tried to ingrain in me so much is that, especially in this aspect, there are times when God will test your authenticity.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Many times.
Yes.
Where God will test your authenticity. So you could be working at something and say that you're giving it your all, and you keep putting in and you keep putting in and you're not seeing results. And that's because God is testing if you really want this.
Absolutely.
Or maybe that job is not for you.
Is this really for you? Are you really ready to reap the benefits that are going to be given to you?
Nothing that is worth it comes easy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that is worth it at the end comes easy.
Right.
Whether you're in the gym working out, you got to put in them hours. You got to eat right. It's not easy. Whether you're working that job, 9 to 5, struggling, you're stressed out, bills. But if you put that work in, it's not easy. But the end outcome is
Makes
worth
it so worth it.
Absolutely.
Yo, I'll give you guys a perfect movie to watch if you haven't watched it. And I'm going to tell you, this movie touched me because it's based on a true story because I'm a parent. In the Pursuit of Happiness. You know what I'm saying?
Movie.
With Will Smith. And yo, it's a true story of
Big
a dude
time.
that
Never gave up.
Never gave up. Was homeless. Had a son.
What?
Had to provide.
Been through it all.
You know, slept in the street with his son. Like, yo, and he became
I watched
millionaire.
that tonight, man.
Yeah, word is
You know what I
born.
mean?
And that's, yo, those are the type of things that motivate me. Because I'm like, yo, my man had a kid, a single father living in the street, you know, scrapping for dollars, couldn't even get money for the bus, and now he's a millionaire. You feel what? Yo, like, come
That
on.
goes to show you,
yo,
man.
go back to Tyler Perry was homeless.
Right.
You know what I'm
Minority
saying?
Millionaires. Hello.
Tiffany.
Minority Millionaires.
Yeah,
Tiffany Haddish,
definitely.
living in her car.
Tiffany Haddish. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Come
there's
on,
so
yo, don't
many
give up,
examples
man.
out there.
There's so many.
Don't give up on yourself. Giving up on yourself is the biggest mistake you can make in life because you know what? 90% of the people that are in your life don't care about you. So when you fail, they're gonna probably clap at your failure.
They're gonna be happy.
I'd rather prove
these crazy.
Word is born. I'd rather prove these people wrong.
Right.
I love the fact when I go somewhere, right, Adi, right, Jay? You go somewhere, you're being successful, and you could see the face,
stain.
the stain in somebody's face, like they sucking a lemon, like they like, oh, all right, we happy for you. But success is the best revenge. Success is the greatest revenge that you can get on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just keep being yourself.
And a big motivator.
Yeah, let me just elaborate on that, man. I don't really pay attention to the negativity.
Nah,
'cause
we don't,
That
but
shit
that's
don't
the
do
best.
nothing for me.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And you know, it's something that will never go away. Unfortunately.
Hey, listen, we had a great conversation today.
This was a good one.
Word is born, and it was listen, we aim to be transparent and real and
In our
you,
process.
exactly, and we want you guys to grow with us in our process. And we thank you for tuning in live for the short time that you were live, and we thank everybody that's going to be watching us on this episode. Listen, if you didn't go follow Minority Millionaires,
With a
please
Z.
go follow
Yes,
With
sir.
the Z.
Millionaires.
Spell it out.
Z.
Spell it out. Spell it out.
Minority.
MIN right. MINORITY Minority MILLION million AIREZ. Pardon me. You know what I mean?
We're gonna
Millionaires.
tag it
I
on-
had to think
we're
about
gonna
that.
tag it on the
Yeah,
And
podcast.
listen, and if you want to follow me, I got the Bridges movement.
Yes. No,
Please.
follow. Yeah, absolutely.
But
Definitely.
go to Bridges_Bookham. Follow me, and then you got our lovely co-host Adi. Tell them your information.
Luxury listings. You guys are already following me, but luxurylistings.nj.
This is for y'all. out there.
Yes.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
yo, we love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Episode 2.
Episode 2 is done and in the books. And we appreciate everybody. We love y'all. God bless. Stay blessed. Stay positive.
Stay safe.
And listen,
Amen.
yo, be a part of your community, not
Yes.
apart from your community.
Ooh, say that
Oh,
again.
okay.
That's
Say
the
it again.
tagline.
Be a part of your community, not apart from your community.
No politics.